Rib launch procedure. Now let's walk through the procedure for launching a rib using a slewing arm davit. Prior to launching or recovering the rib, the ship's speed is set to a maximum of 5 knots. The boat should be launched while the ship has headway in order to steady the ship and reduce rolling. The ship should maneuver so that the lee is on the side of the ship where the boat will be launched. The lee reduces the effects of the wind and sea on the boat by blocking the wind and creating a sheltered area for boat operations. Once the ship is in position, the boat detail is called away. The first step in the launching procedure is to establish communications with the bridge. Throughout the evolution, the boat deck will relay readiness reports and status of the davit to the bridge and will request permission from the officer of the deck to lower the boat to the rail and into the water. Next, the davit POIC conducts the safety brief and assigns personnel to their positions.
Be sure you're wearing a life jacket and a hard hat with a chin strap. Tuck your trousers into your boots or socks and remove watches and rings. Be alert for any possible malfunctioning equipment and act quickly if it occurs. Ensure the bilge drain plug is in place before lowering the boat and make up all lines free for running. Do not remove or attach anything to the davit unless directed to by myself. Remain clear of the falls tensioning device as the falls are being cast off. If there are no questions, man your stations.
The winch operator checks the falls where it runs around the blocks and fair leads and makes sure that the wire is spooled on the winch drum properly. The davit is also checked to ensure that it has electrical power. Next, the coxswain and boat engineer conduct a brief inspection of the rib. The quick-release hook is checked to ensure that it is properly secured to the boat, and the sling legs are checked to ensure that they are secured to the rib pad eyes. The sea painter and the forward steadying line are attached to the Samson post, and the aft steadying line is attached to the stern post. Finally, the bilge drain plug is installed. When the boat and davit preparations are complete, the gripes that secure the boat in the cradle are removed. Once all personnel are at their assigned stations and the rib has been inspected, the davit POIC reports manned and ready and requests permission from the bridge to put the boat to the rail. After permission has been granted, the davit POIC directs the winch operator to lift the boat, move it outboard, and lower it to the rail. The line handlers use the steadying lines to straighten the boat and keep it from swinging. The boat is lowered until the sponson is even with the deck edge of the ship. After the boat has been lowered to the rail, the POIC requests permission from the bridge to man the boat. Once permission is granted from the bridge, the POIC directs the coxswain to man the boat. After the crew embarks the rib, the POIC requests permission from the bridge to launch the boat. After the bridge grants permission to launch, the POIC alerts the boat crew and supervises lowering of the boat to the water. When the boat is a safe distance above the water, the POIC directs the coxswain to start the engine. After the engine is started, the coxswain gives a thumbs-up signal to the POIC and the boat is lowered into the water. After the boat is in the water, the boat crew releases the rib's hoisting sling from the davit hook. Next, the stern hook releases the aft steadying line from the bit and the line handlers hoist it clear. Once the aft steadying line is clear, The bow hook releases the forward steadying line from the Samson post, and the line handlers hoist the line clear. Once the steadying lines are clear, the coxswain moves the boat forward on the sea painter, and the bow hook casts off the line. Once the line has been disconnected, the lizard line handler on the ship hoists the sea painter back on board. Once all lines are clear, the David POIC directs the coxswain to proceed on the mission.